Sorry, we're nice.
Excuse me, sir. We're not open yet.
I gotta get these tampons for my wife. She'll kill it.
The tampons with the blue label.
I don't see that one. Are you sure they have it?
Baby, it's in the back. And put your glasses on. You know you can't see without them.
All right, babe. What am I looking for again?
This gangbanging shit ain't where it's at, man. I mean, I thought this shit was gonna at least put me in a position to help me get my bread up, you know?
I feel you. But yo, what about your mom? She can't look out?
Man, hell no, she ain't got no money. And the little money she do get, all she do is smoke the shit up.
Okay, now you walk. Keep going until you see the end of the aisle.
Yo, I'm gonna say what's up to Mr. Kim.
Marcus. Oh my God! He started it. Baby! Baby, Marcus, are you okay? Marcus!
Save me, I don't know where I'm going. Feels like I'm holding on, no. Erase me, I'm lost and I'm hopeless. I feel so alone, oh. Don't let me drown. Come pull me out. Don't let me drown. There's blood in the water. I keep going under. One after the other. There's blood in the water. Fool's gold. I can't find my safety. This weight keeps pulling down. Tightrope. My hands are shaking. Just let the waves take me down. Don't let me drown. Come pull me out. Don't let me drown. There's blood in the water. And I keep going under. One after the other. There's blood in the water.
Hello. Juror number 17, what's your stance on the death penalty?
I definitely believe if you take a life, your life should be taken. Like the Bible says, an eye for an eye.
Your Honor, I'd like to move to dismiss juror number 17 from consideration.
Mr. Thomas, do you have any issues with dismissing juror number 17?
Not at all.
Juror 17, have you been dismissed? Thank you for coming.
Juror number 13. Do you have any family members in the street gang?
Yes, I do.
And if a family member that's in the street gang were to commit a crime, would you protect them, even lie for them?
I would.
Juror number 22.
Yes.
Do you have any children?
I have 2 daughters.
Oh. If someone were to murder your 2 daughters, would you want to seek vengeance for those murders?
Yeah, you talking about mine? Yeah, of course. If somebody think they about to hurt my babies, yeah, I'm gonna be pursuing some street justice, all right? So yeah, in other words, I'll be over there where your client at.
Thank you. Your Honor, we would like to dismiss juror 13 and 22.
Ms. Clark, you have any problems with dismissing 13 and 22?
No, Your Honor.
13 and 22, you're dismissed. Thank you for coming.
Oh, yes. I didn't want to do this anyway.
Can't be honest.
Juror number 27 and juror number 30. We would like to dismiss them as well.
You are dismissed. Oh, wait, Ms. Clark, do you have anything to say about this?
No, Your Honor.
You are dismissed. You may go. Ms. Clark, the floor is yours for closing remarks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Women of the jury, I want you to keep in mind what I shared with you during my opening statements. When this case first began, we established it was a case about 2 young African-American boys being fatally shot. No. This is a case about choices. The defendant had choices. On June 28th, 2022, the defendant chose to commit a crime. A crime that would change the lives of 2 families forever. The prosecution has proven beyond a doubt that the defendant is guilty of first-degree murder. When the police arrived at the crime scene, the victims' lifeless, bloody bodies lied on the floor. And the defendant was there holding the murder weapon. Yeah. Let's not forget, the defendant's DNA was found throughout the crime scene, as well as on Mr. Jones' person. The defendant intended to do severe bodily harm that day to the victims. That's what determines this to be a case of first-degree murder. The defendant intended to do severe bodily harm to the victims that day. That's what determines this to be a case of first-degree murder. Women of the jury, you've heard all of the testimonies. You've seen all of the evidence. despite your personal opinion and individual convictions. Based on our great justice system, the defendant is indeed guilty. Spoon and Jace will never see their families again. The only justice that can be served is to find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder. Help give the families some closure. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Thomas, you're up.
Thank you, Your Honor. This case is about the prosecution jumping to conclusions. Conclusions they'd hope would lead to a speedy verdict. The police investigation, to put it nicely, rushed. Even though the prosecution states that my client is without a doubt guilty, careless investigation would prove otherwise. My client was merely defending himself against two men who came into his business to rob him. Now, let's be clear. No one ever wants to see another man killed, especially young people. But if you were in my client's shoes, gun pointed to your head, life on the line, what would you do? Choices. The prosecution said that this case is about choices. If you were my client, what would you choose? Life or death? Inconsistent witness testimonies, botched evidence. This case is anything but a slam dunk. My client is guilty without a doubt, right? That's what the prosecution would attest to, but I think we've proven otherwise. Women of the jury, I think the decision is obvious. My client is not guilty of the crime that he's been accused of. You know it, and I know it. The defense rests, Your Honor.
Thank you. Before I relieve you to deliberate, let me caution each one of you. You must remain impartial in your decision. You will use only the evidence and the testimonies heard here. And please keep in mind that it is your civic duty to deliberate only on the facts, not public opinion. And lastly, a man's life is in your hands. This case has already been the reason for the loss of 2 young lives. You will determine if there will be a third. Bailiff?
All rise. Ladies, please proceed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Are you serious? Oh man. No. There's nothing. Not so much for that there.
Oh, damn well that man guilty, don't you?
I can't speak on that man.
Blink once if you think he is, and twice if you think not guilty. You something else, you know?
Crazy.
Me too. I mean, so what did you think of the case?
I'm not sure yet, but I do feel bad for the families, you know?
Yeah, oh my God.
Today was supposed to be the hottest day of the year.
I'm already knowing. Listen, this room is like burning up.
Child, something is wrong with this AC.
Messy in the
I
hair.
almost passed out in the courtroom.
From that fun ass
Girl, no, from the damn heat.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, he was super fine. Crazy.
What's that?
Figured I'd get organized. Start a ballot. This way we can start voting.
Good idea. Sooner we vote, sooner we vote, sooner we can get out of here.
Ladies, why don't we all take a seat?
Oh my God, I know.
I was trying to stay awake from there.
I know, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Now, I think this case is interesting.
Well, how many cases have you been on?
This is my first one.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I have been on so many cases. It doesn't even make any sense.
So how many murder cases have you done?
This is my second one. The first one, the guy was obviously guilty. So it was.
I don't think this one is that obvious, though.
Yeah. What about you?
I gotta go to Beyonce's concert, so we have to speed this up.
Beyonce concert? Really? Oh my God. Well, can we hurry up and get this over with? Because we all have places to be. So.
Exactly.
So what did you think about the case? One thing I'll say, it wasn't boring. I was dreading jury duty. But a murder case, we lucked out with this one.
Yo, we should sit in the order of our juror numbers.
Yes, I was going to suggest that. Why don't we sit in numerical order? Juror number 2, you mind coming and have a seat here? Everyone else can follow around clockwise. You can have a seat up there. Are you juror 7? Yes, you can have a seat right up in front of me.
This is gonna be interesting.
Thank you so much, ladies. Now, before we vote, does anyone have anything they'd like to say?
Now, in the situation with the gun, does he really expect us to think that he didn't pull the trigger?
Exactly.
2 dead black boys and 1 Asian man with a gun. It doesn't get any more cut and dry than that.
You got COVID or something?
I'm just getting over a cold. Oh, relax. I tested negative just like all of you.
I hope so. Please do.
Yes.
Can we get this started?
Yes. Why don't we take a vote? Now let's get a show of hands for guilty.
You're joking, right?
May I remind everyone to be respectful of one another?
I just don't think he's guilty. I just don't think he intended to kill those boys. I'll say it again. 2 dead black boys, 1 Asian man with a gun.
Can somebody convince this person to change her vote so we can go? Please.
Can we get started?
What is your problem? You've been a problem all day. My God, I thought you were the phone.
What? You must have not heard me. Beyonce tickets, concert tonight, front row seats. I gotta go. You must not be a fan.
No, not really.
Hey. So, are you a fan of Beyonce?
She alright, I guess.
You guess? What is wrong with you? Is there anybody in here that likes Beyonce? Come on. She is like the best thing that ever happened to music. Y'all gotta be kidding me. And I am not missing her concert tonight for this trial. I am not.
She is the queen bee. So what did you think of the case?
It's pretty cut and dry to me.
I don't know. That defense attorney had a pretty good case.
You can't be serious. What, self-defense?
No, I mean, I'm not saying he's innocent, obviously. But I mean, those two guys could have gone in there to rob the store. We don't know.
Girl, why is it that black people, get alone black young men, can't even shop in their own neighborhood? You know what this reminds me of? That situation back in the 90s in LA.
Yeah, I remember that. An innocent black girl was killed by the owner.
Who happened to be Asian. Okay then.
All right, like, can we, what does this have to do with anything?
Girl, everything.
Hey, where's that other lady?
Oh, she went to the bathroom.
Do you mind checking on her to make sure she's okay? Sure. Thank you. If we don't get organized and come to a unanimous verdict, you won't be going anywhere.
What?
None of us will.
Look, it's obvious that he did this.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. He shot them boys in cold blood.
It's not that obvious to me.
I'm sorry, how much more evidence do you need for you to change your vote to guilty?
I don't need evidence. I need time. I just think we should talk this through.
Look, lady, what is there to talk about? He's guilty. Period. Like, what is there to talk about?
So you really believe that story? Like, come on.
I believe there may be some holes in the self-defense story, but I don't know what I believe at the moment.
Okay, so obviously you're on the fence, right? So then why would you vote not guilty?
Maybe because a man's life is at stake here. This vote will result in this man going to prison. Or worse, he could get the death penalty. That doesn't sit well with me. Unlike you, this isn't an easy decision for me.
I never said it was easy. What I said was...
You know, you have a concert to get to.
What I was gonna say is that I think he's guilty. There's nothing more that you can say that's gonna make me change his mind. He's guilty. Period.
Look, I'm not trying to change anyone's minds here, okay? But we are talking about a person's life. I just don't think we should be so hasty in making that decision. What if we're wrong? Does anyone ever think about that?
What difference does it make if we take 3 minutes or 3 hours to talk about this? We all think that he's guilty. 11 jurors think that he's guilty. Unfortunately, there's 12 of us. So...
Does anyone else have an issue discussing this further?
You know what? Y'all go right ahead.
Does anyone object to discussing this further? We need to do whatever it takes to come to a verdict.
No objection here.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm willing to discuss.
I really don't see what there is left to discuss, but sure. Yeah, discussing it won't hurt.
Well, I mean, let's get to it then, right?
The floor is yours.
This man lived and worked in his community his entire life. I mean, he had his store in his community.
You mean, sorry, his community?
Well, he lived and worked there, so yes, it can be considered his community regardless of his color.
Okay.
Thank you. A community that included these two boys. Boys he watched grow up come into his store almost every day. He even testified that he attended some school events in support of one of the boys.
You know, victims.
Yes, victims. The point is, what would lead him to kill them now? I just think we owe him the discussion at least.
Oh, please, no disrespect to you, but I don't owe him a goddamn thing. He got a fair trial.
Yep.
Or no.
Yep, and he's lucky to get that. Because most black people, if any, we don't get that luxury.
Now listen, we all heard we all heard the lawyers, we saw the evidence, we heard the testimonies. I mean,
Yep, and here we are.
In my neighborhood, I grew up with these people. And they see us all the same, as thugs and criminals.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She's not wrong about that.
And you know what? They come into our communities, take over our businesses, and the system just lets them. I think it's time that we really go for justice and balance out these scales. You know, return the favor.
Can we just vote guilty?
Yeah.
I just want to vote guilty.
Yeah, you pause on that, sis.
Voting guilty.
I can see you're
Guilty. Guilty.
Excuse me? You think you got the truth all figured out?
Well, based on the evidence and the facts and the history, and my personal opinion, yes, I do believe that he did it.
Certain things need to be pointed out. You can't just go by your personal opinion.
Look, there's no need to argue about this. Let's just keep things civil and focus on the case.
I may have an idea. It's 11-1, right?
Yeah, so?
Okay, so all we need to do is convince her that he's guilty, right? So why don't we go one by one and explain why we each think he's guilty, and maybe she'll change her mind. It's just an idea, we don't have to.
It's a great idea. Why don't we go around the table? Mona, how about you start?
What? We can go in order.
Okay, let's keep it short and sweet. Jasmine?
I just feel like he's guilty. It was too obvious and no one proved otherwise.
No one had to prove otherwise. The defendant doesn't even have to speak.
Yeah, I know that. I just think that he's guilty. Plus, the witness was on the phone and saw it happen. I just feel like he's guilty. It was too obvious and no one proved otherwise.
Let's look at the facts. The store owner stated the boys came into the store and started grabbing items. All he asked them to do was pay for the items that they had.
What about the witness and his wife who was on the phone?
Boom.
He saw one of the boys go to the back, and then not long after, he thought he heard a loud noise. But he never stated that he heard a gunshot, just a loud noise. Have any of you ever watched a recording on your phone of you FaceTiming someone?
Yeah, okay, but what about that third witness?
Yeah.
Right?
The witness that was outside, looking through a dirty window? Come on.
How do you explain those same witnesses said that they saw the defendant with the gun in his hand before the police arrived? Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
These are facts. As you said, you cannot dismiss facts. Like I said, this man is guilty. So, can we do this vote again so I could get to this concert?
listen, this entire story is scattered. First, he said that he never left behind the counter. He stood there the entire time. And then his second recant, he said he left the counter to go to the back of the store to help a customer.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, what about the witness? His wife? She witnessed everything. And if that is not proof right there, then what else is?
Yeah, she was on the phone the night of the killing.
You know what? Wait a minute. Okay, so we have the husband. He goes into the store to go get his, honey to-do list, right?
Tampon babe.
Yes, tampon bae. Husband's in there. He's looking for feminine products, makes his way toward the back. Next thing you know, he turns his phone toward the front. Everything happens. The wife sees everything and witnesses the killing.
She witnesses all of this From a phone on FaceTime? How is that possible?
How is it not? She had the best perspective and point of view.
But it was from a cell phone.
I'm sorry, it was a smartphone with FaceTime capabilities, right? Therefore, I don't understand why you're having such a hard time understanding. People capture footage of crimes all the time on cell phones. We watch things on our phone, we show things on our phone, and we look at our phone all damn day.
Can someone say Instagram?
Precisely.
Can I ask you something?
No.
Can I ask you a question?
What, girl?
Why do you believe the wife's testimony, but you don't want to believe the store owner when he says that they were robbing the store?
Well, then let me ask you a question. What does she have to gain? Obviously, he's gonna lie to save his own ass and his life. So that's what I believe. But let me guess, because she's black and he's Asian and he said, I didn't do it. You believe that, right? Because you're such a smart ass, you just know everything. You got it all figured out and there's no way he could be lying.
Okay, can we just stop disrespecting each other? Can we just like, woosah and get some good energy in here? All right, who's next? Angel?
She'll pass. Can you keep this moving?
Okay, your turn.
I don't know. They convinced me early that he was guilty. I always try to find the motive, because without a motive, there is no case. That's why the testimonies of the man and his wife were so important. Tampon Bay was the first to enter the store. He had a full vantage view of everything that happened.
But did he really see it though?
Of course he did, he was there.
What are you alluding to?
Well, he testified that he wears glasses.
Okay, what's your point?
So he stated he can't see very well without them. He also said that his wife kept fussing at him to put them on.
Well,
might I add, he also had earbuds in his ears.
Well, that's a great point. How about you?
Me? Look, everything already has pretty much been said. We could discuss this over and over, but look at this man's record. He's been arrested before for assault on a customer. He's been reported 5 times to the Better Business Bureau. And on top of that, he has a small civil case against him for discrimination. Come on now.
Can I see those notes?
Yes, you can. I gotta go.
Wow, it also says here that he has a reputation for overcharging minorities. But it's his community, right? He also says that he's got an award in his shop for top hunter, so he's really good with guns. Thank you.
Can we go now?
Ever since he came to this country, he has been picked on and targeted by the community that he worked in, simply because he was from a different culture. He has been robbed numerous times by the men in his community. So he got a gun to protect himself.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you consider that motive?
Boom.
Yeah, I would say it's motive. I mean, I'm sure seeing those boys in his store, got him a little on edge.
Yep.
Have you ever been followed around a store before?
No, I can't say that I have.
What a shocker.
Yeah. Well, I have been followed more times than I can count. And I lost my brother to racial profiling. He was driving home from work one evening, and the cops pulled him over. They asked him to step out the car, and at first he refused to, but eventually he got out. And when he stepped out the car, he had his cell phone in his hand. Their guns were drawn. And when he put his hands up, they thought he had a gun in his hands. They shot him instantly.
Why don't we take a break?
You happy now?
Look, I sympathize with her situation. How is this my fault?
Because people like you don't deal with things like that.
Look, I thought we decided to handle this a certain way. I think it's important that we follow through.
I really don't think that the way that you're doing it is working, sis.
Look, if you want to do this, you can sit right here. Be my guest. You can have all the responsibility, and I'll just shut up.
It's not really that hard. I could do it. But I don't understand why you're getting all worked up.
Hey, miss, here's my chair. If you think it's that easy, go right ahead. Come on, sit down. We're gonna see how well you succeed.
You guys, this whole argument's not even important. You're doing a really good job.
Thank you. I thought so too.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, can everybody pipe down? Can we just hear from someone else at this point? Just anybody else?
Look who back in charge. You mad?
She's so immature.
Why are you mad?
Oh, very immature. I don't have time for that.
Okay. He may in fact be guilty. But nothing I've heard so far has convinced me otherwise.
What do you mean? What about the evidence, the testimonies?
One witness couldn't hear because he was on the phone with earbuds in his ears.
So what?
The other witness wasn't physically in the store and could barely make out what happened from a FaceTime video.
But why would they lie? They were under oath.
I'm not saying they committed perjury. I just think they might be mistaken about what they saw.
I disagree.
That's your choice.
Of course it is. You're damn right it is.
There's no need to get upset. I'm just making a point.
Okay, so what's your point? That Mr. Kim had the gun and what?
Yes. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
The murder weapon is a strong piece of evidence, don't you think?
Of course I do.
So Mr. Kim, he owned the gun, right? And kept it in the safe?
Correct.
Okay, so listen, witnesses say that before the cops got there, he actually had the gun out. When they arrived, the witnesses also said that he was pointing it in the direction of the two boys.
Right. Who's to say it was the gun from the safe?
I mean, his fingerprints are all over it.
It also had fingerprints from one of the victims.
Well, look, according to this police report here, the gun was not registered. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Kim was arrested for the unregistered gun just weeks prior. Yeah.
What do you say about that?
It still doesn't mean he pulled the trigger.
You know what? You are such a Karen. And now you a lawyer too, huh?
No, I'm just saying all of this is speculation.
The prosecution argued that Mr. Kim purchased the gun with the intent to use it.
That proved to be inadmissible.
Oh my God. Mr. Kim was also overheard saying that if he ever came in contact with the robbers, that he would definitely take care of it, which proves premeditated.
There you go.
And I think it's clear that him purchasing the gun with the intent to use it, I mean, those boys just happened to be in the wrong store that day.
Yeah.
Do you think he intended to kill someone
That day?
Are you really asking me this question?
Yeah, I am. Do you think he lied?
Girl, that's a stupid question. Of course he lied.
How about you?
Look, premeditated or not, he's guilty.
Not exactly.
So let's talk about why he purchased the gun in the first place.
Well, he claims that he bought
Yeah,
it.
we know what he claims. It was for protection. right?
If you were in his shoes, wouldn't you feel inclined to protect yourself?
Whoa. Well, I'm not in his shoes, so I'm not inclined to answer that question.
Boom.
If it were me, I might have done the same thing.
Wow. Not surprised.
Typical.
Let me ask a question to the group. If Mr. Kim planned on committing this crime, why would he speak about it beforehand to random people? That just doesn't make any sense.
The bottom line is he did it. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Bottom line, can we go?
Do you think he lied?
Child, that's a stupid question. Now you know I think he lied.
How about you?
Oh, you know where I stand.
What about you?
I think that maybe there's a possibility.
Wait, what? A possibility? Wait, did you really just say that? Are you acting as his lawyer now? Oh my God, and then why are you interrogating us like we're on a witness stand? I'm confused.
Isn't that what's supposed to happen in a jury room?
No.
We are supposed to discuss the case and cross-examine the facts and evidence that were given to us.
All right, but 11 of us say that he's not guilty. Everyone except for you.
Yeah, you presenting this argument isn't changing any of our minds, but you want to keep going? Be my guest.
That's not my intention.
Then why are we going back and forth? At the rate that we're going to be here all night. And I'm not trying to be here all night. I got to go to the concert.
It's only for one night. A man's life is at stake and he could die.
Now you have a sidekick voucher for you. Give me a break.
Look, there was a witness who heard gunshots and saw Mr. Kim standing over the two dead bodies holding the gun. What more evidence do we really need?
Can we continue with the conversation? That way we can vote and move on. All these side conversations are slowing us up.
Thank you.
I'm ready to take another vote. But this time, I think it should be on paper. Now, if all 11 of you vote guilty, I won't stand in your way. We can take the verdict straight to the judge.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
But if at least one of you vote not guilty, I say we agree to stay and talk this through.
Finally, you're actually becoming reasonable.
Come on, let's do it and get this over with.
Yes. Well, sounds fair enough. Is there anyone who does not agree? Okay, let's pass them around. Once you have completed your ballot, please hand it all to me.
Oh, thank you.
All right, is that everyone?
Yeah.
6, 7. 10 guilty, 2 not guilty.
What the hell?
Oh my God.
Now someone else has lost their mind.
Who voted not guilty and changed their vote? Because that was such a dumb thing to do. Who did it?
Didn't we all agree that this would be a secret ballot?
A secret? What are you even talking about? I know who voted guilty and who voted not guilty. So you just gonna vote guilty and then not guilty? You just gonna sway and let this person, this poor, pathetic woman sway you? Yeah, you're pathetic. How about that? Oh, what you wanna do? Oh, come on then, because this ass whipping you about to get, you can get it, trust me.
Just settle down, everybody, okay? Just take it easy.
What do you mean? Take me out of character. We are talking about letting a racist murderer come back to our community and do it again? That's what we're saying? So you might as well just give him back his gun, let him do it again.
I agree.
Would that make y'all happy?
Look, Can you please stop with all the yelling? Does anyone else have something they would like to suggest?
I thought we lived in a country where we were entitled to our own opinions. I mean, everybody isn't gonna have the same opinion or agree.
Why did you change your vote?
She didn't switch her vote. I did. I switched my vote. Do y'all want to hear why I changed my vote?
Not particularly. All I want to hear is that you're going to change it back. But if you want to amuse us, be my guest. Why did you change your vote?
Do we really have to sit through another explanation?
Ladies,
This is
let's be fair and hear what she has to say.
Thank you. This lady has been defending herself all day. Now, all she wanted to do is discuss the case and come to some sort of conclusion in this. None of us wants to be here longer than we have to. Now, I know we got all these different personalities and these opinions in this room right now. Now, you know, most likely this man is guilty. But I actually would like to hear more. Come on! You know what? Don't storm away while I'm talking.
Don't worry about her. She's never gonna hear what you're trying to say. She's only concerned about herself.
Listen, if this little testimony portion is done, can we just go?
No, I think maybe we need to take a break.
Fine.
I can use the break, actually.
Right. Oh. Long one. Yeah.
Thanks, babe. Oh my gosh. Look, I want to apologize. I was probably a little out of line, you know, and I didn't mean to come off so harsh, so rude. So.
Can you believe her? Beyonce?
She is Queen Bee.
So what did you think of the case?
It's pretty cut and dry to me.
I don't know. That defense attorney, he had a pretty good case.
You can't be serious. Self-defense?
I'm not saying he's innocent, obviously. But I mean, those kids, we don't know. They could have gone into the store to rob him. I don't know. Oh, come on.
Hey, can I ask you a question? You seem to be one of those individuals who believe in standing up for other people's rights. Is it safe to assume that?
I definitely am. And I know that rubs people the wrong way sometimes, but that really shouldn't be my problem now, should it?
I get it. But I don't think everybody else does. Can you do me a favor? Can you take it easy on Dolores? She's harmless, and she doesn't seem to be confrontational at all. Guess I'll take that as a no. Good talk.
Hey, are you in sales?
No, I'm a teacher.
No? Well, if you ever decided to go to sales, girl, you'll make a fortune. Yes, you would. TMA don't take much for me to look this good. I guess I got an advantage over them.
Them?
Yeah, the other girls. So anyway, what are you looking to get out of all of this?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Are you prolonging this to get some extra cash? I know a teacher's salary is not that much, but damn, girl. I guess I struck a nerve. I'm sorry. Anyway, you know that man is guilty, right? So can you please hurry up and vote guilty so we can go on with our lives? Because you've really wasted my time. Thank you.
Nice group of ladies we have here.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that Zora, she's a piece of work. What a day this has turned out to be. You think we'll be here much longer?
I couldn't tell you that.
He's guilty, you know. I put that on my father's grave. There's not a doubt in my mind to make me think otherwise. We should have been gone a long time ago. It's not like I care anyways. I'll take this over working. Better to earn some quick cash discussing a case, right? You really think he's innocent?
I don't know.
Look, I don't know anything about you, but from what I've seen here today, you don't like to be wrong. You seem like the type of person who has to win every argument. But this, right here, you need to wrap it up. And soon.
Let's pretend like you were the one on trial.
I don't like to pretend. I'd rather let other people do the pretending.
And usually they let you do that into it, so that way it's
But honestly,
real.
I just want everybody
Exactly.
to vote guilty because I really have to go to the
Stitch, I'm not doing nothing you want unless you give me a ticket.
Okay, ladies, let's take our seats.
Listen, if y'all vote guilty, I'll take y'all with me.
What you gonna connect?
Yeah, girl, I am the
Ladies, let's take our seats.
Oh, come on, yeah, let's hurry up.
The way this is going, we're gonna be here for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I said the way that this is going, we're gonna be here for dinner.
Girl, do not put that in the universe.
Hey.
Okay, let's try to get focused, shall we? We have any offers to start us off? Okay, one at a time, please. Excuse me. Please, one at a time. Juror number 6, the floor is yours.
I believe Mr. Kim had motive for the killings. Dealing with that kind of trauma day in and day out would give any of us a reason, right?
Speak for yourself.
My point is, you don't just buy a gun for no reason. Unless you're planning on using it.
That is true. My granddaddy used to always say, don't buy no gun unless you plan on using it.
Look, the last time I checked, we are here to prove whether or not this man is guilty of premeditated first-degree murder. Not to prove his motive. That's for the police to assess, not us.
Listen, you're absolutely correct on that part, but understanding the motive is what's going to lead us to judgment. I mean, if he didn't mean to kill those boys, then what really happened?
I don't know. That's why I'm not quick to say that he's guilty.
Oh, come on.
What we do know is that these boys weren't angels. Let's look at Spoon. He was often suspended from school for a multitude of things. He had recently lost his job and he was having issues with his girlfriend.
So what?
So these are all indications of instability and potential volatility.
What? Girl, you are reaching and dragging it.
Jace appeared to be the sensible one of the two. But for all we know, those boys came into the store solely to rob it.
Really? Really? So they had a tough upbringing. What does that have to do with anything?
I didn't start this part of the conversation. I'm just giving my opinion here.
Right, spoken like a true Karen.
Answer this for me. What about the 2 witnesses that said they saw what they saw?
3, actually.
Thank you, 3 witnesses.
The couple on FaceTime, it's still debatable how well they actually saw what happened. And as for the witness outside of the store, looking through a window, come on. I wouldn't consider his testimony that strong.
You wouldn't, would you?
No, I wouldn't. The FaceTime couple's testimony is lukewarm at best. Let's not forget he had earbuds in his ears.
Yes, he had earbuds, but he could still hear perfectly clear.
Not exactly. I mean, I have a pair, as I'm sure many of us in the room do. Yes. It's very difficult to make out sounds, let alone a full conversation while you're wearing them.
Yeah, that's true because the earbuds do have a noise cancellation feature.
Precisely.
And the witness in the store stated that he did hear some noise, but he didn't pay much attention to it. It wasn't until he heard a gunshot and then his wife screaming into the phone that he actually paid attention to what was happening inside the store.
Yeah, but isn't it possible that maybe he was wrong and he was just hearing what he wanted to hear?
Possible?
Right.
What about his wife on FaceTime?
What about her?
She saw the man shoot him in cold blood.
Circumstantial.
Really? Come on. That's not enough for you?
No, actually, it's not.
This lady is really a piece of work. It's like talking to a brick wall.
Listen, the woman said that her husband had the phone facing towards the counter. She had every angle in sight. She saw exactly what happened in this murder. So how could you argue with that?
Yeah. What do you have to say about that now?
It still seems off to me.
Okay, so why don't you take some time and think about it? Okay?
Do that.
I want you to really think for a moment. How much can you really see from a FaceTime video? And from a distance at that. This is not a game!
Yo, who the fuck do you think you are?
Oh my God, wait.
No, see, you really asking for it. You disrespect me one more time, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Look, the last thing we need in here right now is a fight.
Trust me when I tell you, it won't be no fight.
Listen.
Okay, listen, seriously? It's not that serious. Now, come on, let's move on. Come on.
Move on. Come on, let's get back to it.
Telling me that this ain't no game. Yo, you really don't know who you dealing with.
Please, what's done is done.
No, it's far from over. It's far from over. I'm not gonna move on until she apologizes.
Are you serious right now? You are in the wrong. She was trying to prove a point, and you were the one who were being disrespectful.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Now, as I was saying, I wanted to know if any of you were really watching the FaceTime video that the husband recorded on his phone. Did any of you see how the phone was constantly moving around? Not to mention how far away the video was from the proximity of the alleged shooting? Here. Can either of you make out what type of wallet the young man had?
What the hell does this have to do with anything?
Obviously too far to make out any of it.
How about you?
Yeah, I would need him to move the phone closer. It'll be at the right angle for me to really tell this.
Okay. Anyone else?
No.
Hell no.
The point I'm making is what some of you have already concluded. From that distance, it would be impossible to get a clear view of the gun, let alone who was actually holding it when the gun went off. Does anybody have any earbuds?
I literally just bought a pair.
How do they work?
They're great. They actually make it easier for me to hear who I'm talking to.
Would you say that they help to eliminate all the background noise?
Absolutely. The noise cancellation feature is the main reason why I bought them.
I too bought a pair for the very same reason. I was so tired of not being able to hear what I was having a conversation about without hearing all the noise in the background.
Okay.
Okay, so get to your point.
Okay, the point is, the woman on FaceTime, according to her, she saw what happened from the phone. A phone that was located at the back of the store while everything took place up front, right? Okay, there were 2 different tussles. One between the victims, the other between Mr. Kim and one of the victims.
Okay, so you're trying to say Jace and Spoon tussled before the shooting.
But why would they be fighting in the first place?
I don't know, but something triggered them to scuffle.
Well, and without camera footage, we really don't know.
Exactly. His little cheap ass cameras. He done ran out and bought a gun because he's so scared, but wouldn't get better cameras so he can have them in case something actually happens. But that's not sketchy, right, Kate?
Let's not forget about the necklace.
Right.
Right.
Right, okay, so they found Jace's necklace in Spoon's pocket.
Well, the necklace could have come off during the tussle.
Yeah. Spoon probably put it in his pocket.
Okay, back to the FaceTime witness. There is absolutely no way to clearly identify each person that was involved from a video at that distance. And as for her husband, there's no way to determine what he actually heard with those earbuds on.
Yo, you really reaching right now.
Look, I don't think he could have clearly heard the gunshot with the earbuds in.
Yeah, with the noise cancellation feature, you can't really hear a thing.
Do you two hear yourselves right now?
She makes a valid point.
How does she make a valid point? I can't even believe what I'm hearing right now. Is this a joke? This is crazy.
Listen, this case is about facts, right? What she just stated were facts about the earbuds.
I mean, say what you like, but I can't believe that anyone at this table believes that he's not guilty.
Are you serious? Are you really gonna let this woman have you believe something that's not true? It's not true. Is that what we're doing?
Courtney, I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm changing my vote to not guilty.
Wow. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
This is crazy.
The vote is now 9-3 in favor of guilty.
Yo, this is ridiculous. You're going to change the vote because of her logic? Look, the facts are right here. This man is guilty. What don't you see?
Sometimes the facts are wrong or misconstrued.
I was not talking to you. I was talking to her. Why don't you let the defense attorney defend him and be a juror?
That lawyer was appointed to him. It's not the same.
So what? People get lawyers appointed to them all the time.
And those lawyers don't always have their clients' best interests. Those defendants get half-assed assistance.
Can we come on? It's getting late. I have to go.
I have a couple of questions.
Oh, Lord. Now you
All
got a
right.
couple of questions.
Okay, so after listening to everything, I feel like Kate did have a few good points. You know, I mean, I feel like on the surface, it seems like he's guilty, but we really honestly need to dive deep into everything.
Come on, this really needs to be over already.
Yeah. But can I please ask my question?
Go right ahead.
All right, so if he intended on killing these boys, right, why would he do it in the broad day? Yeah. And also, too, is it possible that it might have been an accident?
Well, you know what? That was 2 questions, one beyond your limit.
Listen, back to the security cameras. Isn't it convenient that they were just not working the day of the shooting?
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. So, are you about to change your vote now? Is that
I'm
what's
not
going on?
changing my vote. I was just asking a simple question.
No, I think
3 questions, actually.
Okay, if someone was in a position where they killed 2 people, they would do everything they could to cover their tracks.
He honestly didn't have enough time for that because the cops came immediately after the shooting.
Maybe he did buy the gun. Maybe he also decided to tell random people about the gun. Then, murdered 2 young boys in broad daylight just a couple of days later. In his own store of all places. Then he quickly covered up the evidence before the police could arrive.
Girl.
That's what y'all believe? Exactly.
See, this is what I'm talking about right here. Didn't the wife say on FaceTime that she saw the man shoot the boys? Huh? So did she not witness that now?
She says she did.
She says she did? So now it's all speculation? How, Sway? The facts that we were told in court are now being changed before our very eyes. How very Kate of you. Our eyewitness is no longer our eyewitness? Are you kidding me?
Witnesses can be wrong.
No.
And say things that don't happen, that didn't happen as they really
Only
said.
when you want them to. Only when any of you want them to, right?
Can we try to keep the yelling?
No, I think that a little bit of yelling is a bit healthy at this point.
I gotta go to the Beyonce concert.
You guys are fucking pathetic and ridiculous. I can't even believe this. Seriously?
I would like to call another vote.
No. I'm tired of this.
Okay, another vote was called.
Another vote. What is another vote gonna really do right now? What's the point? And are you about to switch your vote?
This is pointless.
I mean, it'll only take a second.
Okay. All those in favor of not guilty, please just raise your hands. 3. It's still the same. 3 not guilty, 9 guilty.
We're never gonna get out of here.
I would like to change my vote to not guilty.
Oh my, you too? This has gotta be a joke. This is a joke, right?
The vote is now 4 in favor of not guilty.
I cannot believe everybody is really starting to feel bad for this man. He is a jerk. And I wanna know why you changed your vote.
I don't gotta defend myself to you, but I must say I do have my doubts now.
Girl, you know that's some bull. You know it. Stop playing.
If she was on national television, she'll be trying to convince us that Trump didn't tell us to drink bleach. What's so funny? What's so funny?
Would y'all please knock it off, man? Y'all been going at it all day.
No, she keeps finding ways to waste our time.
Yes, and I would like to stop wasting our time as well. That would be great.
I'd like to reenact this out if you don't mind.
Come on now. Come on now.
Oh my God. If this was so important, then why didn't his lawyer point this out? Because you're not his lawyer.
Maybe he didn't think of it.
Girl, so what? Now you just think his lawyer's an idiot, don't you?
Did you think of it?
No, smart ass, I didn't, but it's not my job.
Can we all just keep the peace, please?
Oh my God. Maybe he didn't bring it up, perhaps because it would hurt his case. Did you ever think of that?
Can I have you two come over here? Sure. Stand like right.
We got time for this.
Right here.
I gotta go. We all gotta go. And he needs to
And
be
it's
guilty.
hot in here. Sweat on my edges. Oh.
Perfect. Okay, so stand in a circle.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Now, Courtney, could you go stand at the corner of the table, please?
Sure.
All right, now Tiffany, can you stand next to her, please? No. And you said you have earbuds, correct?
Yes.
Okay, would you mind putting them on? And then, can you connect them to this, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay. Now, you 3. Can I have that piece of paper, please? Thank you. All right, I want you 3 to begin to argue over that.
Give me my paper.
So give me my paper. Are we fighting or we arguing?
Yes, give me my paper.
It ain't but a little piece of paper.
I have never seen nothing like this in my life. This is.
Did you have it first? I had
What?
it. I had it first.
This is pointless.
I mean, I'm just
You're really wasting our time.
like it's my piece of paper.
All right.
I was like,
Now, from this angle, can you actually see who is holding the gun?
No, I cannot.
From that angle?
Nope, I cannot.
All right. Now, Tiffany, can you put the earbuds in? And then, okay, perfect. Now play the audio. Good? Okay. Now I need you 3 to begin to argue again, please.
Okay, you're crazy. You do know that, right? This is crazy. crazy.
What's mine now?
Come on, man.
Okay, Tiffany, you can turn off the audio.
I don't know.
Tiffany? Tiffany? Hey, you can turn off the audio.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
My point exactly. You guys, she couldn't hear me, which means that it's just possible the witness couldn't hear them arguing the day of the shooting. And he possibly couldn't hear the gunshot either. Thank you.
Well,
it's possible.
That doesn't mean that he didn't shoot him. I don't understand that. Just because he
new
didn't hear it don't
facts.
mean he didn't shoot him.
New facts.
She has a point. I couldn't hear anything.
Good job. You have managed to have all these women believe this nonsense and believe that this man is not guilty. So we're gonna let him just slip through our fingertips? That's what we're doing?
You sound like you're one of his executioners.
Oh, well, maybe I am. Or should be.
Why don't you go put the needle in him yourself?
You know what? For him, I would. I would do that.
I feel so sorry for you.
Really? Don't try me.
No, you have been nothing but a self-proclaimed vigilante from the time that you entered this room.
Really? Girl, shut up.
No, you want this man to die for your own personal reasons and not because of the facts.
You need to shut up. That's what you need to do. That's what you... She did.
Whoa.
I don't need this.
Can we just call another vote?
That always seems to work. Right? Call another vote. Maybe we can, play some music and dance to Beyonce while we're here too.
Courtney? Fine by me. Is anyone opposed to a new vote?
Listen, I think that we should have a ballot, open ballot, and just call out our votes.
Okay, last vote was 8-4 in favor of guilty. I'll just call out everyone's juror numbers and we can go from there. All right, juror number 2.
Not guilty.
Wow. We already know where she stands.
Guilty.
Next.
Not guilty.
Okay. Tiffany?
Guilty.
Okay.
Girl, guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Not guilty.
Okay.
Not guilty.
You already know.
I know where you stand. Dina?
Not guilty.
Okay.
I'm guilty.
And it's a guilty from me. We are now at 6-6, ladies.
What? We are going into overtime now.
6-6. I swear y'all have lost your goddamn minds.
I don't think he did it. Now,
What?
I don't know what you think you're gonna accomplish by shouting at everyone and having these temper tantrums. Goodness.
So why you changed your vote?
Because I just felt after hearing everything.
You felt like going with the other half was the best play? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that's not what I was
Then
gonna
what
say.
is it, huh? You just letting yourself be played and told anything by these incompetent individuals?
You know what? You need to hold up because you're out of line.
You so damn scared to just stand up for your own self and be your own person, ain't you?
You know what? You don't know anything about me.
I don't need to know you. I know your type. All mixed up in the head, think everything's peachy and it's not. You have no goddamn idea what you just did.
Bitch.
Your mother.
Your mammy. Helpful.
Okay.
This is too much.
I cannot believe that girl. Oh, she just changed her damn vote to not guilty because Kate convinced her of the facts being other facts. It don't even make no goddamn sense.
Always trying me, that's why. So I had to put her in her place and tell her something. No. It's just that damn Kate. She is always trying me. Y'all know it. She is such a nag and she does it on purpose. It's like, girl, like trying to get me out of character.
Sis, it looks like it's working.
I just can't even believe that they're seriously saying 6-6. Excuse me.
Okay, so what do we do now?
Shit, ain't nothing we can do. To be honest, those idiots are not gonna change their minds.
Listen, When we first started, it was 11-1, right?
Yeah.
We only have 5 jurors to sway, guys.
Wow. That's a lot. How you suppose we do that?
Facts and logic. I mean, how else?
Honestly, that's all we've been doing.
Yeah, and
it hasn't worked, right?
clearly, it's Kate. She needs to be stopped.
You know
That's
what?
it.
Honestly, at this point, we could just quit.
Now you're talking crazy. Come on, we did all this work. You can't just quit.
Honestly, why not? I mean, everyone who's voted not guilty is not going to change their minds back to guilty. That Kate girl, ooh, that girl got her freaking hooks in them and they're not budging.
You took an oath in that courtroom. You can't just quit now.
Says who?
It would be dishonest.
I'm not going to change my vote to guilty. That would be dishonest. I mean, not guilty, that would be dishonest. I believe that he's guilty. Okay, so maybe we go to a judge, right? And then we can just declare a hung jury.
What? So you don't care what happens to him?
No, why should I?
Girl.
What? To be real, you don't seem like you're that bothered either.
You know what? You're right. I don't care. Y'all got it. I don't care.
Okay, see, now she's gonna flip next.
She better not change her mind.
Look, it doesn't matter about a hung jury. All they're gonna do is start the trial over with a brand new jury.
Yeah, but what difference does it make if we're not gonna come to a conclusion? At the end of the day, let them just do whatever they want, because they already are. Nothing we're gonna do is changing it.
Are you serious right now?
I wish I wasn't.
This is crazy. Really crazy. Wow.
Look, we're clearly not getting anywhere here. So I say we go down to the courtroom and declare a hung jury.
I'm right there with you.
Ah, girl,
Let's
thank
go.
you, Mama.
Let's go. Let's go.
They're not going to accept a hung jury. You have to be in here a certain amount of time before you can declare that.
Well, let's go see what happens. It doesn't hurt to try.
Exactly.
I'm not a fan of it.
Let another group of people determine his fate. We just all need to get out of here.
So you mean to tell me you don't see no reasonable doubt in this case?
No, I don't.
Come on.
Maybe the term reasonable doubt is what you don't understand?
No, what you don't understand is that I am 5 seconds away from climbing over this table and whooping your ass.
We need to stop all this damn arguing. We are not going back in there as a hung jury, period. So buckle up, ladies. We are in for a long ride if you guys cannot figure out how to come to a unanimous verdict.
Well, let's touch on the self-defense claim. Mr. Kim and his attorney are arguing self-defense, but Mr. Kim can't remember how he got a hold of the gun. Anyone care to touch on that?
I can only speak for myself, but if I were in that position, I would most certainly remember what happened.
You don't know that. Have you ever been in a position where you used a gun?
No, but if I were claiming self-defense, I would definitely remember how it played out.
Have you ever gotten into a fight and blacked out to the point where you couldn't remember what happened?
No.
Then you're in no position to assess what he is or isn't capable of remembering.
Excuse me? Run that back?
The trauma. The trauma from the event may have caused Mr. Kim to black out. Hence, him not being able to remember how the gun got in his hand.
That's what he wants you to think. Don't you think it's convenient how he just all of a sudden forgot? Girl, he got you. Hook, line, and sinker.
Boom.
Right.
So you've never been in the situation where you got so worked up and so heated that you just said something or did something, right? But then afterwards, you kind of wonder what you did?
Sure, we all have, right?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
I got a good one. I remember one time me and a coworker got in a fight, and I just remember repeatedly just punching him in the face.
What happened next?
Got a little blurry, but all I remember is somebody just pulling me right off him.
So you remember someone pulling you off, but you don't remember how many times you punched him or he punched you. You punched him in the face, so he obviously got some punches off on you. How many times he hit you? Where? How hard?
Hell, I don't remember. It just happened so fast. How am I supposed to remember all that?
Right. That's my point, exactly. The same can be said for Mr. Kim in this instance. The event was traumatic, and it happened so fast. Does that make sense?
I think the point has been made. I think it's a very key point.
You know, y'all can just keep on talking because that's a bunch of bullshit and you know it.
No, but it indicates that no one can prove that he wasn't lying when he said he was defending himself.
Right, and y'all can keep on holding that on. It's bullshit.
Ladies, we are still at 6-6. Anybody have any reasonable suggestions?
Yes. Can we please go eat? I'm starving and it's like
I can't believe we've been here all this time. Like, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta get out of here. I'm changing my vote to not guilty.
What? Mona, you gonna do what? I'm sorry, what?
You heard what I said. I'm changing my vote to not guilty. I had enough of this. I'm ready to get out of here.
Okay, having enough is not an answer.
Don't worry about me. Worry about yourself.
You know what? She's absolutely right. You voted guilty this whole time, but now that your little concert is about to be jeopardized, now you want to change your vote, right? To not guilty. Look, you just can't play with a man's life like that, right? So my thing is, if you feel like he's not guilty, then vote not guilty. But what you're not about to do is vote not guilty because you want to leave from up out of here. So if you think that he's guilty, right, why not just vote guilty?
You have 5 seconds to get up out my face.
Guilty or not guilty?
I said I'm voting not guilty.
So why the change?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Why the change? Why not guilty? Say it.
Because I don't think he's guilty.
Wow. Mona. Really? This is fucking stupid.
I think we should have another vote.
Fine. We'll take another vote. All those in favor of not guilty, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
9 in favor of not guilty. All those in favor of guilty, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3. 3 for guilty. The vote is now 9 in favor of not guilty.
Are you kidding me? Y'all gotta be kidding
It's
me.
9-3. We're not kidding, it's 9-3.
I really do not understand you people. How can you sit here and believe any of this nonsense? The facts are the facts. These people think that they're better than us.
What people are you referring to?
Smarter than us. Them.
The lawyers?
No.
Oh, you mean Asian people?
You said it, I didn't.
I think that's the most ignorant thing I heard you said all day.
Whatever, because you know I'm right. And where are you going? Great. So I'm. Look, I'm not a racist. Okay. Black people can't even be racist. It's just that they are a different breed from us, and yet they think that they're above us? You know exactly what I'm saying to you.
I wish you would sit down already.
Be quiet. I'm gonna speak, and you're going to listen.
You know what, maybe you should just shut up and
Why don't you shut up and sit down? I'm tired of all y'all black people, okay, being so goddamn compassionate all the time. They come into our communities, take over our businesses, all of our neighborhoods, pop up all kinds of Chinese food restaurants and beauty supply stores. Where'd that money go? Not in our neighborhoods. They take everything from us. Everything. And you know I'm right. They hate us. Look, they think that we're animals. They'll do anything they can to destroy us, just like white people.
Enough, Zora.
Excuse you.
Please.
I'm just saying, there's a man on trial here. And we have a civic duty to come back with a unanimous verdict. This is our chance to really be in charge of justice for once. This is for LaTasha Harlins of the 91 riots, for every little black boy that has been slain at the hands of an Asian person in our community. They think that we're foreigners, right? They treat us like it, and yet we deal with being killed every single day of our lives, and who the hell is accountable for that? During the pandemic, we were getting killed every goddamn day. And yet, one Asian person gets hurt, there's a bill passed for Asian hate crimes. We've been dealing with that shit for centuries. What about black hate? Okay, you know what? The law doesn't give a goddamn about people that look like Jace or Spoon. And so if they don't give a damn, then I don't give a fuck.
You have made that painfully obvious.
Why should I? They don't give a damn about me, just like you, Karen.
I have heard enough. You need to sit down and stop this nonsense.
I'm trying to make a difference here today. We can all make a difference here today.
Sis, I feel you. I really do. But just please sit down. Please.
Sit down. Stand up. Stand up for our people. But you know what? It's whatever. Y'all got it.
Ladies, how about we finish what we started?
All right. Whatever, let's vote again then.
I want to change my vote back to guilty.
Anyone else? It looks like it's a hung jury. So at this point, we might as well take it to a judge.
Wait, what? I thought you were against the whole hung jury thing.
Well, I was, but I changed my mind, just like everybody else seems to do around here. And you seem to be the leader of the pack. Do you have any thoughts?
I think we should go over it again.
We did that already. We been did that. And then we got this one over here who can't seem to pick a side, who keeps flip-flopping and jumping back and forth, so.
I'm over it. I need to go to the concert.
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay, everyone here is stuck in their own ways. It is 12 stubborn women stuck in a room, and that's a recipe for disaster. And at this rate, we ain't never gonna get out of here.
Look, what if we have a serious discussion? No arguing, no fighting. Let's just talk about the facts, okay? And just to sweeten the deal, let's put a timer on it. 30 minutes. And if we can't decide in 30 minutes, then it's just a hung jury.
I do remember when the witness was being questioned by the prosecutor, he did mention that it was poor connection when he was FaceTiming his wife. But when the wife was being questioned, she never mentioned anything about poor connection. Why didn't she mention it?
What's your point?
My point is, when the husband mentioned the poor connection and the wife didn't, maybe she was keeping the information intentionally.
So you're saying she made the story up?
No, I don't think she made it up. Maybe she omitted certain things to get a conviction.
But that's perjury.
Yeah, I know, but we can't prove it anyway.
Yeah, she's right.
I guess I wasn't paying attention to that part.
Yeah, and the lawyer didn't say anything either.
The 12 of us have been going over this all day, and it took her until now to bring it up.
Girl, please, how are we gonna know what she saw? We were never there. I swear you think you know everything.
What I do know is that what she says she saw is questionable now.
Yeah, facts. I mean, she had to, I guess, determine who was holding the gun on the cell phone and who shot who, right? From in the back of the store?
You can't send a man to prison or worse knowing that.
Just give me a break on all of this.
So you don't think that there's a chance that this woman was mistaken with what she saw that day?
No, I don't. He's guilty, point blank, period.
I just want to go to the concert.
What about you? You haven't said much.
Fine, not guilty.
Yo, you tripping. Yo, she's bugging.
What do you think? Guilty or not guilty?
For the 100th time, I know he's guilty. At this point, it's just pointless, and I could not care less. So you geniuses, do whatever the hell you want.
So what's your vote then?
So we can get out of here? And only so we can get out of here. I vote not guilty.
I still say he's guilty, all right?
Oh my God.
I'ma say it.
Nah, you tripping. Yeah, you tripping.
Anyone else in here find him guilty?
No, I think I'm finally convinced.
What? Oh my God, you're switching too?
I can honestly say I can see the reasonable doubt.
Now it's 11-1 in favor, not guilty.
This is crazy. Y'all call yourselves women of the jury? Y'all are all pathetic. And I'm not gonna let not one of y'all have me change my vote. You understand that? Not one of y'all.
Wait, sis, I'm so sorry what happened to your brother. I really am. But just let him live, sis.
Fine. Not guilty.
All right.
Yes.
We reached a verdict.
Okay. Okay, ladies, please head to the courtroom and take your seats in the jury box.
This gangbanging shit ain't where it's at, man. I mean, I thought this shit was gonna at least put me in a position to help me get my bread up, you know?
I feel you. But yo, what about your mom? She can't look out?
Man, hell no, she ain't got no money. And the little money she do get, all she do is smoke the shit up.
Dang. Yo, I'm gonna go say what's up to Mr. Kim.
Yeah, babe.
Your glasses.
Hold on, Mr. Kim. Hey, what's up, man?
No, ice cream's been kind of slow lately. How you been doing, man? How's your family? So you still in school?
Oh, yeah. Getting ready to graduate soon.
Oh, really? I didn't...
Open that fucking register and give me everything.
No. Please stop.
Yo, what is you doing, man? Put that shit away.
Nah, fuck that. I'm sick of these fucking foreigners coming into our neighborhoods, opening up these fucking stores and taking all our money.
Yo, that ain't got nothing to do with us, man. Yo, he been looking out for us since we were shorties.
Looking out for who? This motherfucker ain't never looked out for me. I lost my job. My girl's stressing me. I need to come up, Jay.
Yo, you need to calm down, man. A couple dollars from bodega ain't gonna do nothing.
Look, wait, please. Take whatever you want, okay? Please just don't shoot. Here. This is everything I have.
Man, what the fuck is this? This ain't shit. I know you got more money back there.
I gave you the money, man. Let's go.
Man, fuck that. I seen the safe. I know you got more money in the safe. Come on, man. Let's go.
Please. What was that?
I don't know, babe. It's probably something outside.
No one else needs to get hurt, okay? Look at your friend. We need to get him to a hospital now. Okay? He needs help. You see that necklace he's wearing? Someone who loved him gave that, okay? We need to get him medical attention now.
His mom gave it to him.
Save me, I don't know where I'm going. Feels like I'm holding on, no. Erase me, I'm lost and I'm hopeless. I feel so alone, oh. Going under, one after the other. There's blood in the water. Fool's gold, I can't find my safety. This weight keeps pulling down. My hands are shaking. Just let the waves take me down. Don't let me drown. Come pull me and no one can hear you at all. This is the end. There's no tomorrow, and it's falling apart. This is the end. The world's in shadows, and there's no light here left in the dark. 'Cause this is the end. Dark clouds rain on me. It's pouring, I can't be the only one. Through the smoke I see the warnings, the light of a dying sun. When ashes to ashes fall, and no one can hear you at all. This is the end.